Alright, just got back from my trip. Let's see how the channel's doing. Oh. Oh, that... Oh. That... Oh, dear. I guess I should do more of that. So last time, we looked at characters that I think will just be in general. But how about we do something a bit more specific? I plan to do a couple videos like this, generally asking what newcomers from specific franchises are likely to show up. I don't plan to only do Smash Bros. Videos, but since we are in a bit of a drought with Smash news, why not? It's fun to speculate. I'll do probably these videos, at least until E3. I imagine at that point we'll get some actual news, and maybe I could talk about that. Or maybe I'll talk about other things. I don't know. I didn't expect this to be a success. I thought, look, these are our normal views. This is new. I'm frightened. So, Mario. In every single entry, Mario has always gotten a new representative. If you count Wario, but we're just gonna, for this video, we're just gonna pretend that Yoshi and Wario are just part of the series because they are. Shut up. Mario, being the golden boy of Nintendo that he is, has pretty much always gotten a new representative, so it stands to reason that he would get one this time. Especially with Mario being really big now with Odyssey. But which one would they go with? Well, here's my top picks. I feel like these are our most likely additions, so I'll go over each of them individually. I guess we'll start with Daisy, because that's the strangest one to me. So, Daisy. I'm guessing a lot of people are probably wondering why this character is even on this sort of list thing, but she gets a lot more requests than you would expect. And so I think she's worth talking about. If anything, I could see this mainly being an alternate costume. Maybe if she's lucky, they'll do the whole Dark Pit Lucina thing where they change a little piece of her moveset and then just kind of put her in there. But from what I'm understanding, a lot of the people that want her as her own separate character would want her to be more of the sporty tomboy nature, particularly taking reference from Mario Strikers. For, you know, totally legitimate reasons and nothing else at all. Nothing. Though I don't really think this has the best opportunity. She appears in a lot of spin-offs and has appeared in a mainline Mario game. She's competing with Waluigi for a lot of the same reasons. And for most of this, I feel like the Waluigi's got the edge. Wonderful! All that being said, I think as an alternate costume, she really could work. Just a couple new voice lines and you can get the general appeal across. I mean, let's be honest, she basically already is an alternate costume, they just don't call it an alternate costume for some reason. Though I can understand some of her fans not liking the idea of an alt costume because it would make her act a lot more girly than what she typically acts like. So, the rundown. Pros. Decently popular. Long-running character. Has appeared in a major Mario game. Can easily be an alt costume. Cons. Only really known from spin-offs, not visually distinct from Peach, there have already been plenty of princesses, and can easily just be an alt costume. So, Waluigi. He's a strange one. Okay, so like, I needed Waluigi fan art for the video, and I didn't expect it to, like, actually, I did not expect this. I should have expected it, to be fair. But I didn't. I really should have expected this. This is my own fault for not expecting this. This is my own On one end, he's really popular among Mario fans. He tends to get a lot of love. Even if a lot of that love is memorific love from Brawl in the Family. He's just such a wacky goofball that's so aesthetically different from the rest of the overall winning characters in the Mario universe that you just can't help but love him. He's appeared in a good number of games, including Smash Bros, though as an assist trophy for 2 games now. In fact, he's kind of become the assist trophy mascot in a way. Ooh, that's gotta sting! That also highlights his biggest obstacle, he's always been a minor background character, and he's never appeared in a mainline game or even a Wario game. His first appearance was in a tennis game to be a rival Waluigi. It's really weird, and its lack of titles could kind of limit his total moveset. I'd say that the fan-made Smash Bros. Waluigi mod proves that it could work in a lot of ways. All you really need is a lot of goofy animations for him. Most of his moveset would have to be Smash Original, and I mean, Smash Bros. Has never done that before, clearly. Although this mod does promote that he's just kind of a meme, cooked up by them internet funny boys. Get those, hit me up with those fake internet points. Is there more to life than Waluigi? Is there a world out there where there's nothing but Waluigi? Could it be that the true Waluigi was inside of us all along? Are we even worthy of Waluigi?
Too bad! Waluigi time!
Let's go for the rundown. Pros. Very popular among fans. Wacky personality is very unique. It's been around for a while. Would be a great joke character. Cons. Hasn't had a role in a major game, not even a Wario game. Limited on possible movesets. Maybe considered too much of a joke for the actual series. Under traditional circumstances, I'd say Toad has the best chance out of all these guys. He's been around since the very beginning and is probably the most iconic character that hasn't been included at this point. But he does have the issue that the series has never really defined a specific Toad. Like how they've sort of defined that there's Yoshis and then there's like Yoshi. But with Toad, it's always really ambiguous. Like there's Toad, and then there's like Blue Toad, and there was Yellow Toad. I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's okay. Maybe a bummer if someone found him on the ditch side of the road. No legs, no arms, knives in all parts of him. This would be a real bummer. Something like that happens. He's in real bad shape. Bones sticking out. That'd be a real bummer. But Captain Toad kind of solves that whole issue. He's been around since Galaxy and has remained the sort of more prominent member of the group. Unlike most Toads who are kind of cowards, he's brave and he likes to go on adventures and find treasure. He even has his own arch nemesis. And despite his really humble beginnings as just kind of a background character, it seems the developers really liked him, so they used him in a lot of other games. But at the same time, that game kind of highlights the big issue. And that's, it'd be really difficult to make a moveset for these guys. Because Toads, they don't really do anything. I mean, they're in a lot of games, but when they're in there, they're just kind of being there. Captain Toad's own game is based around the limitation and his inability to jump or really do anything. You could probably do some stuff like throwing pickaxes or digging up radishes or anything like that. And I'm sure you could make some sort of moveset, but I think it would just be really difficult to make them feel unique. Sakurai said before that he really values uniqueness when it comes to new characters. Then again, he's a crazy person that can probably make anything unique, so I don't know. You could probably make a Goomba the most mechanically deep character if he wanted to. Ironically, I'd say the Toads have this really strong potential for alt costumes, but really low potential on movesets, simply because they're usually the generic NPC. So you have a lot of options for visuals, not a lot for gameplay. The rundown. Pros. Toads have been around for a long time. Captain Toad has starred in recent titles, and has appeared in numerous main series Mario games. And he represents the most notable group of Mario characters not included. Cons would be the difficulty in creating a unique moveset. Toads might be considered too generic, and their body type doesn't really suit fighting game very well. Okay, so Paper Mario. I'm actually really excited for this one because I think it actually has a pretty good chance of showing up. Paper Mario is a long-running series that is absolutely beloved by fans. Maybe to a fault. And despite the recent controversial entries, the series has continuously been doing well on sales and reviews. Yeah, believe it or not. The series has actually made an appearance in Smash via the 3DS game. I think the big thing pushing for Paper Mario is that it would be a really unique moveset. I mean, the paper abilities already write themselves. Stuff like the roll, the paper airplane, any sort of partners, and the hammer abilities, they're all stuff that could easily be used. Granted, partners have been a bit of a... Probably the biggest issue with adding him is the fact that, well, he's Mario. We already have Dr. Mario, and a third Mario might have people have a little bit of a rustled feather situation. But I think just about anybody could see that Paper Mario is a very different presence, and we know that his moveset would be completely unique. While Paper Mario is a bit dubious on how its future is actually held, I think Smash could be a good out for it. Let's go with the rundown. Pros: very unique, represents a long-running fan-favorite series. The series has been featured recently and has sold very well. Cons: could be considered another Mario, especially with Dr. Mario running around. Recent Paper Mario games have been controversial. It's entirely based on a spin-off series, and Smash typically doesn't go into spin-off territory that much. So let's review. It's really difficult to say what new Mario character they may add, or if they're even going to add any. They might think that this is a good amount for Mario. But Mario is their golden boy, so I don't see them skipping out too much. We have Waluigi, who probably gets the fan vote. Toad, who has the legacy and most recent support. And Paper Mario having the most unique ideas. With Daisy being in there for reasons. Really it comes down to which of these Sakurai feels is most important. These three features tend to be sort of pillars on how Sakurai decides to add characters to Smash. And I guess I should add some honorable mentions here. I know some people really like Pauline, but I feel like that's a bit too recent of a thing. Yes, she's been in a lot of other games, but she doesn't really have anything to do in those. Even in Odyssey, she just kind of exists, sings a little dance. Also Geno. Now, Geno's a weird case. Sakurai actually wanted him for Smash 4, but Square's a bunch of weirdos. God damn. He had to settle for a costume, apparently, which I just find weird. The fact that Sakurai wanted to put him in the game already shoots his chances past everybody else, but at the same time he's left in a weird limbo because Square just has to hold his character hostage for some weird reason. I really don't get why they've been acting like this with Geno. What are you going to do with him? Honestly though, Geno's always been kind of probably one of the strangest picks for Smash. But at this point, he's almost just wanted in for the sake of it. He's in an eternal state of limbo that basically puts his chances are, is Square Enix dumb? I think what's important though, we learned not to Google Waluigi fan art. Alright, well, that was that video. As I said at the beginning, I think I'll do a couple more of these kind of videos, because it's fun to speculate. I like doing this. I would hope to do more of these kind of scripted videos on other things besides just Smash Bros. It's a good way to talk about a lot of different franchises, though. I've been thinking about possibly changing this channel up after we upload the last episode of Dark Souls, so maybe we might see a bit of a rebranding. Maybe I'll come up with a proper name for all of this. Speaking of which, if I can figure it out, maybe click somewhere and watch one of our other videos. They exist, they're okay, I guess. We're almost done with Dark Souls. If you catch the ending of that series, it might not be too bad. Like I said, this channel is something I really want to start working on more, so expect more of this for a bit at least, and then maybe we'll try some other stuff. Maybe I'll get good, learn to edit, learn to actually try, and then Maybe someday in the distant future, we'll get 12 views. That's my dream. Maybe someday. Here's my dog eating spaghetti. Bye.